Have you seen Nama, Nigori, or Genshu on a sake label? Many beginners think these words mean a better sake, but they mostly tell you what changes inside the bottle. If you miss that, you buy the wrong style for dinner. Or you store it wrong and the flavor drops fast. Or you open it wrong and it foams everywhere. Today you will stop guessing with 3 label shortcuts. You will choose faster at a shop or restaurant. You will store it safer so you waste less money. You will match food better so sake tastes right sooner. I'm Rakuda, a certified sake sommelier and pharmacist. This is for overseas beginners who buy imported sake, and for foreigners in Japan reading labels in a hurry. Safe side principle. When the label looks special, check stability first, then style. Nama means no pasteurization, meaning no heat stabilization. Nigori means cloudy, meaning rice solids stay in the liquid. Genshu means undiluted, meaning no water was added after brewing. Rule 1 is cold for Nama, protect freshness and avoid heat. Rule 2 is cloud for Nigori, mix gently and open safely. Rule 3 is ABV for Genshu, check strength and adjust serving. These 3 rules prevent most beginner mistakes in 1 minute. Rule 1. If it says Nama, treat it like a fresh refrigerated product. You may love fresh flavors, but you fear going bad fast. So do 3 quick checks before you buy or order. First, look for a fridge at the store or a cold display. Second, read for keep refrigerated or similar storage notes. Third, plan to drink it sooner, not months later. This works because Nama keeps active enzymes and microbes alive. That can keep it lively but also less stable over time. Heat can push unwanted aromas even without obvious spoilage. Example 1 is shopping in Japan at a supermarket fridge. If Nama is warm on a shelf, choose another bottle. Example 2 is ordering at a restaurant with no fridge. If they cannot chill it, pick a pasteurized sake instead. Misconception to crush. Nama is not draft beer, and labels vary by country. Sometimes draft abroad means one-time pasteurized, not true Nama. 5-minute action. Tonight, check if your shop keeps Nama fully refrigerated. Imagine you buy Nama at noon, then you walk home in the sun. It tastes great that night, so you leave it on the counter. 2 days later, it smells dull and the taste feels tired. Nothing looks wrong, but the fresh lift is gone. That is the most common Nama disappointment for beginners. Or imagine you are overseas and you order draft sake at a bar. You expect super fresh Nama like draft beer, but it arrives at room temperature and it tastes normal. You feel confused and you think Nama is overrated. Often it was not true Nama or it was not kept cold. Rule 2. If it says Nigori, expect texture changes and pour with care. Many people expect unfiltered to mean strong or harsh. But Nigori is usually about cloudy texture, not quality level. Use this simple pouring routine for a safer first glass. First, keep it cold so foam and sweetness stay balanced. Second, tilt the bottle slowly to remix settled rice solids. Third, pour gently, then stop and taste before full refills. This works because solids change body, sweetness, and mouthfeel. They can soften sharpness and make spice feel less painful. Also, solids can settle hard if the bottle sits long. Example 1 is a home pour after the bottle rested days. Remix gently, so the first glass is not only thin liquid. Example 2 is an active Nigori with natural bubbles. Open slowly, keep it cold, and leave headspace in the neck. Misconception to crush. Nigori is cloudy, but Muroka can be clear. Muroka often means no charcoal filtering, not cloudy rice solids. 5-minute action. Search your fridge for Nigori, then practice a gentle remix. Imagine you pour Nigori without mixing because you are in a hurry. The first glass tastes watery and you think it is boring. Then the last glass turns thick and sweet like rice pudding. You think the bottle is inconsistent or something is wrong, but it is just the solids settling, doing what solids do. Another common scene is a party at home. Someone shakes the bottle hard like juice to mix it well. Then you open it and it splashes or foams over the rim. You waste sake, and everyone panics for a second. Nigori likes gentle mixing, not a strong shake. Now picture spicy food night, like Thai curry or mabo tofu. You choose a clear ginjo because it sounds elegant, but the spice makes it taste sharp and alcohol feels louder. Nigori can feel softer because the texture cushions the heat. So cloudy can be a smart tool, not a cheap style. Here is the restaurant version in Japan. You see Nigori and you see Muroka, both called unfiltered. You assume both bottles will be cloudy like a milk drink, but the Muroka arrives clear, and you think it is a mistake. Often it is correct because Muroka can be clear but fuller. Now the active Nigori scene, because this is where people fail. You take a bottle from the fridge and open it fast. It hisses, then rises like soda, and it can overflow. So you open it cold, slowly, with the bottle upright. And you leave space in the neck so foam has room. One more quick self-check. Look at the bottom of the bottle for a white layer. If you see a clear top and a white bottom, it needs remixing. If it is already evenly cloudy, pour gently and taste first. If you want, I put a simple one-page cheat sheet in the description. Rule 3. If it says Genshu, check the ABV and choose an adjustment. Many beginners assume Genshu means premium or the best, but it mainly means undiluted, so alcohol is often higher. Use this safe serving ladder so it stays enjoyable. First, read the ABV number because Genshu often feels stronger. Second, start chilled, then decide if you want it softer. Third, adjust with ice or a small splash of water. This works because higher alcohol changes body and aroma release. It can feel bold, and it can wash fat from food well. But it can also feel hot if you drink too fast. Example 1 is pairing with rich food like grilled meat. Genshu can cut oil, so the next bite feels clean. Example 2 is a fruity Genshu that feels too strong. Add 1 ice cube, wait, and taste again after 1 minute. Misconception to crush. Not every Genshu is 20%, so always check the label. Some are low-alcohol Genshu, so ABV depends by brand. 5-minute action. Pick one Genshu and write your best serving default. Imagine you buy Genshu overseas because it sounds special and rare. You pour a big glass like wine and you sip fast. It feels hot and you think this is too alcoholic for me. But the problem is the serving, not the sake. Now imagine the same bottle, but you start chilled in a small glass. You take smaller sips like a strong white wine. Suddenly it feels richer, not harsher, and the aroma makes more sense. That is the easiest Genshu upgrade with no extra knowledge. Another common scene is a dinner with fatty food. You eat pizza, burgers, or grilled meat and your mouth feels oily. A light sake can disappear and you keep drinking to chase flavor. Genshu can cut the fat, so 1 sip resets the next bite. Here is the Japan convenience store scene. You see Genshu and think it always means super strong, like 20%. But you flip the back label and find 17% instead. So you realize the word tells dilution and the number tells strength. That stops the biggest beginner misunderstanding in 10 seconds. Now imagine you are at a restaurant in Japan with friends. Someone orders Genshu and you do not want to refuse. You can ask for 1 small glass first, not a full pour. Then you decide straight on ice or with a water splash. Here is the ice scene because many people do it wrong. You add 3 ice cubes and the sake becomes thin and watery. So you try 1 small cube, wait 1 minute, and taste again. If you still want softer, add 1 more, not a handful. 1 more practical moment for fruity Genshu. At first it smells quiet and the alcohol feels loud. You add a tiny splash of water and the aroma opens up. You did not change the label, you changed the experience. Quick self-check before you drink. If ABV is high, use smaller sips and a smaller glass. If ABV is moderate, you can drink it more like normal sake. Either way, chilled first is the safest starting point. 3 common confusions happen because labels vary by place. Draft abroad can mean different things than nama in Japan. Unfiltered can mean Nigori, but Muroka is often clear. Genshu means no added water, not a flavor promise. 2 traps depend on bottle condition and brand choices. Active Nigori can foam hard, so open cold and slowly. Nama can lose freshness with heat, so avoid warm storage. If you feel unsure, ask staff how it is stored. If you can, confirm the words and the ABV on label. Safe default is pasteurized, clear sake, served chilled. General safety note as a pharmacist, avoid alcohol if you are underage, pregnant, or driving. Before you go, if sake still feels confusing, that's normal. Most beginners guess and end up disappointed. I want you to feel calm and confident with sake, so you can enjoy the moment, not the label. On this channel, I explain sake in simple English. As a certified sake sommelier, I share practical tips you can use today. How to drink sake, how to choose sake, and how to enjoy it even more. So if you want to feel confident with sake, please subscribe. And if this video helped you, please hit like and leave a comment. Tell me what you're eating today, sushi, yakitori, or something else, and I'll tell you the safest taste word to try.
Thank you for watching Sake Visually. Subscribe for more visual sake guide. And now, kanpai.